I also came here because I found a message from my Occupy brother, and I went and checked the video, and it's called Urgent Possible Emergency Alert for Region 3. So I go on the internet, I go to disaster information map, right? You can find volcanoes, you know, earthquakes and all that kind of stuff happening around the world. Region 3 is actually Virginia area, Georgia area, right? So what I found out is these biological bubbles is popping up over there. And they found a virus in Saudi Arabia called MERS. It's not curable. It's Middle Eastern Respiratory Syndrome. They ain't told nobody about this shit yet. World Health Organization had their first 2 meetings they ain't had in a long time. Center for Disease Control and a whole bunch of other people. They worried about this shit. They got these foreign troops on U.S. soil right now because they waiting for a civil unrest. And that's what I'm tripping on. That is my major scare right there, because they have certain dates, planned drills for these foreign troops. They want 900,000 foreign troops for civil unrest. They buying food ration MREs, they buying a whole lot of ammunition in the country. You need to pay attention. We end up in war, and then the Russians ain't satisfied with what we did to Syria. We got these 400 to 50,000 foreign Russian troops, and whoever knows who's ally in the UN, because this is United States, this ain't the UN. This is America. This is we the people. We make decisions, not these global corporates coming from across the seas and shit. My family was Navajo Code Talkers and Yazidis from Chile, Arizona. We fought for freedom and rights, just like everybody else in every movement walked and marched. Martin Luther King, we have a dream speech. We need to all acknowledge that. We need to live it. Stop dreaming. Be free. Tell them this is our stuff. We gonna occupy this. But let me tell you, I'm about to decolonize, because that's what we tripping on, the banks and the corporates. We need to get rid of that. We need to buy from our own businesses of America. That's what's wrong with us. And we're slaving people in other countries. We need to stop that. They want to put fluoride in our water. Come on, they're poisonous. If you pay attention, read up on fluoride. It's in our water. They trying to control everything we consume. And we, at one time, as Native people, we used to pray to Father Sky, you know, and pray for the buffalo to come. But now it's not like that anymore. And we got to worry about how our U.S. economy is going to collapse next month. The U.S. debt dollar is going to go bankrupt. A lot of people don't understand what that means. I've seen it on the Wall Street news. I've seen it on other business news. People don't realize America is dying. My elder told me, America's dying. Y'all the new Native Americans, because they coming for y'all how they came for us. And those are my elders are saying it. My elder just recently died, the co-founder of the American Indian Movement. I just want to say peace, brothers. You know, we all need to get together with all other activist grassroots movements. Those who are struggling. My people are over there in White Clay, Nebraska, trying to stop alcoholism. And they getting arrested, and now they got to vote on the reservation. See, there's certain hidden poisons that will affect us, and we need to pay attention what those is. We need to heal each other. We need to come to the new enlightenment of healing. And I want to pray for the water and the women. You know, the women suffer. You know what I mean? I see a lot of grassroots LGBT sisters on the front line, and I really appreciate that. And Bradley Manning, if he want to be Chelsea Manning, so be it. He has that freedom of wherever you want to be. That's what America is. You know, the Constitution was founded by the Iroquois Nation, the great law of peace. And the reason why America has women's rights and equality is because that's how Native people once was. But some of the stuff that they learned from the great laws of peace, they took out, and then they modeled the Constitution after it. There's classes and colleges about it. You can read books, you can Google it right now as I speak. You'll find videos and articles. But what I'm saying is, Native Americans, we didn't have prisons. We didn't have this kind of hunger. We shared with each other. And we want to go back to that. Those of you that living off the land, you know what I mean, and doing your thing, just clean up. That's all we ask. Pay attention what you do. What you do to the environment, you do to yourself. You know what I mean? That comes from a lot of the elders that speak on that. And I just want to say, even though I ain't down with the police, but we still, when we march and stuff, pay attention to the children, pay attention to the elders, pay attention to the women. Make sure they don't get hurt and is disabled. Make sure that they are secure. Because that's what my people do, the American Indian Movement and other grassroots security people. Those are warriors that when you see us with our drums, we're there. You know what I mean? We're making sure we got sage and prayers, you know what I mean? Because it ain't just about always physical. Don't try to give them that weapon to attack us. Keep in mind the ones that are near you. You know, and don't be messing up local businesses. Fuck the banks. I don't give a shit about the banks. They ain't putting no money in our pockets. You know what I mean? Some of us is trying to go to school. I try to go to Mission campus, and the Mission is so gentrified. I got kicked out, laid on the streets, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna tell you some real shit, because I tried to do the right thing. I was getting acknowledged at city council. I was up in the state capitol, you know what I mean? They was acknowledging me. I was doing, you know, I finished my parole, you know what I mean? I'm saying this, I done stuff. I won the right to have my hair long. They try to simulate me. They try to cut my hair in prison. I went back to Corcoran back in October, and they had a hunger strike of 30,000 prisoners. 30,000 prisoners in the whole state of California, and they still on a hunger strike. My brother's up in the pen right now, still on a hunger strike, and I know how it is in the shoe. And they want to make homeless a crime in San Francisco. And I say y'all wrong for that. I see all the time they're attacking homeless people, poor people. If you got a backpack, you identify as somebody that's probably homeless and loitering. And that ain't right. And if you homosexual, that ain't right to be picked on and stuff like that. We all human beings. Let's pick on them fucking globalists. Let's fucking tell them they gotta get their shit together because they're fucking off the land.
Thank you.
Thank you.